Hello, my name is Chris Collins and I work with Garden Organic, and I'm here in my little piece of heaven up on the third floor, my balcony garden in North London. And you can see this time of year it's really coming into its own. It's starting to really flower and fruit very heavily. And so Garden Organic have asked me to give you a few tips of how I do this as naturally and as organically as possible. I talk about the kind of planting I've got up here on my balcony, and I've got some permanent fixtures like my old roses and lots of herbs, but most of it is seasonal. In the spring this is full of bulbs, daffodils and tulips, but then I changed that and now I've got lots of edibles and lots of flowers. So I'll just show you one of my favourite little baskets. Very simple. Here it is here. I've got a tumbler tomato, and that's going to give me lots of cherry tomatoes throughout the late summer. I've got a little tennis ball, heritage variety of lettuce here, and that's found its own way in. I really love that little plant. That will go in a cheese sandwich soon. I've got lobelia, which the bees tend to like, and then there's tumbling ivy leaf geranium, which really fills the whole basket out, and that's planted very thickly, so it's nice and full. And I'll show you a little few tips on how I look after that. Well, what are my principles for growing a decent organic balcony garden and one that thrives like this? Well, first of all, I need to choose a decent compost. A decent peat-free compost will go into the pots, and that'll be mixed with some Bocking 14 comfrey pellets, and they'll slowly release nutrients to my plants. I like to plant in plugs, so quite big plants, and I plant thick, and that reduces the chance of scorch on this south-facing balcony, and I like my plants to be in communities. Job number one, the biggest one of all, is every morning check for watering. Most days it will need watering. Do it early so the water's absorbed by the soil and released to the plants over the course of the day. I like a foliar feed. This is really my secret ingredient, some seaweed extract. I spray that on the plants early in the morning and it absorbs it. I do that between May and June. You get these huge big leaves on the plants. I think it makes them resistant to pest and disease as well, very important. I then maybe deadhead them to encourage them to flower, pick them as I need them, pick my tomatoes as I need them, make sure I'm grazing them all the time, keeping the flowering going. I'll also maybe stake, because it's a bit windy up here, if I feel that something like a sweet corn is getting blown about too much. But all in all, once it's all up and running, I just want the wildlife in. I've got a nice, diverse, organic balcony garden.